A quick heads up for anyone drawing a state pension or relying on benefits. From this October, new rules mean your bank account could affect your payments, and it's more important than ever to make sure your details are right. Let's walk through what's changed, who's impacted, and how to stay ahead. Many of us have dealt with paperwork and benefit checks over the years, and yet when rules shift quietly, it can feel unsettling. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, is introducing changes to the way some pension-related payments are processed if your bank account looks atypical or has characteristics that raise flags under anti-fraud measures. It might mean extra verification, delays, or even rejections unless things are aligned properly. For many pensioners aged 50 and over, especially those who've moved recently or use newer banks or non-standard accounts, this matters deeply, because a missed payment could hit your household budget. So, what exactly is changing? In essence, the DWP is tightening scrutiny on the bank accounts into which state pension and certain benefits are paid. If your account is with a lesser-known building society, a credit union, or a smaller new challenger bank, or you've changed account recently, the system may flag it as non-standard. That means before payments go through, you may be asked to prove the account is yours, or that it's acceptable under DWP rules. Some could see their payments delayed until the verification is resolved, or in rare cases, even temporarily suspended. Who is most likely to be affected? People who have switched to newer digital banks, or who opened accounts abroad but retained a UK connection. Also those whose account details, sort code, sort prefix, don't match the usual standards, or whose account is classed as non-bank, for example, certain fintechs or e-money accounts. Anyone in receipt of state pension, pension credit, or means-tested benefits tied to pension status should pay attention, and even those getting savings credit or additional top-ups. If your state pension is your primary income, any delay can feel very serious, so this isn't a "it might affect someone else" issue. It may affect you. To understand why this is happening, let's step back a moment. Over recent years, the DWP and HMRC have been under pressure to clamp down on fraud, misuse, and error in benefit payments. That involves layering more safeguards around bank details and verifying accounts. They want to be sure payments are going to legitimate, verified accounts belonging to the rightful person. While that is a sensible objective, the impact falls squarely on people like you and me, those living on fixed incomes, who may not always keep up with the technical side of banking changes. Let me give a simple example. Suppose Mrs. Johnson, who lives on a modest state pension plus a small private pension, chose to open an account with a new digital bank last year. When her state pension payment arrives, the DWP system flags her account because it's not in the usual banking directory they trust. They ask her to send proof of ownership, maybe an account statement, identity verification, or a letter from the bank. Meanwhile, her payment is delayed until she provides the paperwork. For someone living month to month, that delay could mean missing a utility bill or having trouble at the supermarket. Another example, Mr. Ahmed moved home and switched accounts, forgetting to notify all agencies. His new account has a new sort code, and the DWP system doesn't recognize it. His benefit top-up under pension credit is held temporarily while they check. He's worried he won't get the full amount as usual. Situations like that highlight why this matters so much for people our age. You might wonder, but what about the triple lock or the way my annual pension rise is calculated? That's separate, and I want to clarify. The triple lock is the guarantee that your state pension will increase by whichever is highest of inflation, average wage growth, or 2.5%. That safeguard remains in place, unless policy changes in future, and isn't being directly altered by these bank account rules. This new change is not about reducing your rate, it's about ensuring your payment gets to the right place safely. And, means-tested benefit, such as pension credit, refers to payments based on your income and savings. If you have little or no other income, you might qualify for extra support, and those are under the same scrutiny here. So what can you do, and why does it matter? First, check what bank account you use for your state pension or any pension-related benefit. If it's a big, established bank, you're less likely to have problems. But if your account is non-standard, consider contacting DWP in advance or switching to a recognized UK bank account and informing DWP of the change early. Ensure your identity documents are up to date and that your bank can issue statements proving your name and address. If you're asked, respond promptly, and keep copies of everything. If you're already in a situation where you have had a delay or hold on payments, don't assume it's permanent. Contact the DWP or your pension center to ask what documentation they need. Sometimes a simple letter or scanned statement resolves matters quickly. And if you have a particular hardship, if even a short-term delay would cause serious trouble, explain it clearly. There can be discretionary help or temporary provisions to assist in emergencies. I know how frustrating it is to worry about payments you depend on, especially when many of us aren't keen on dealing with bureaucracy or paperwork. You've earned these pension entitlements. This shift may feel like just another obstacle, but with preparation, you can smooth your course. It's not a sign that they're trying to take your pension away, it's more like a stronger security gate around your funds, though admittedly a gate that wasn't always so visible. Let me reassure you, most people will pass through this process without real trouble, especially if their account is straightforward. The DWP doesn't want to punish honest pensioners, they want to prevent fraud. But in the meantime, if your account is borderline in the DWP's view, it's wise to be proactive. If you're able, change early. If not, be ready with documents. Share with friends or family what's going on. Someone might spot something you missed.
If you're watching and thinking, "That's me, I'm worried now," please don't sit on the uncertainty. Take a moment to check your bank account details, your DWP contact letters, your identification documents. If anything feels shaky, write to DWP or call them. Ask what specifics they need. And if you feel comfortable, leave a note in the comments telling others what your bank is: a large bank, a replacement, a digital account, and whether you've had any problems yet. We can all learn from each other, and your experience might help someone else avoid a delay. Some of you might ask, could this change again or get worse later? It could. Policies evolve. That's why staying informed is vital. Check your annual state pension adjustments, review your benefit statements, and listen for further announcements from the DWP or government about new verification rules. But these steps now help protect you in the short term while maintaining your payments.
Others may wonder, will this affect other benefit payments, like carer's allowance, housing benefit, or widow's support? Possibly, yes, especially where those benefits link to your pensioner status or are processed through the same payment systems. So it's prudent to check every benefit payment you receive, not just the state pension. Ensure each account listed for any payment is stable, recognized, and documented. Throughout all this, I want to stress, even though this change introduces extra verification, you are not alone. Many people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond are dealing with it. And many of us are discovering that a little advance action makes life smoother. So view this as something you can manage proactively. Don't let it alarm you into inaction. Let it motivate you to double-check, tidy your documents, and stay in control.
If, after watching this, you think your payment is at risk or already delayed, don't hesitate to comment below with your circumstances. Whether you have concerns about what documentation is acceptable or whether a specific bank might cause trouble, there's a community here that wants to help. I'll do my best to respond and share reliable, up-to-date info. Between us, we can uncover details and avoid unnecessary distress.
As we draw to a close, I hope you'll take away a sense of readiness rather than fear. The rule changes are real, but manageable. Look at your accounts, keep your identification and bank statements organized, and be ready to provide proof if asked. Stay alert for DWP notices, check your benefit entitlement letters when they arrive, and if anything appears odd, reach out promptly. I'll keep you posted on any further updates affecting pensions, top-ups, or new verification rules. Until next time, take care, keep an eye on your finances, and know you aren't handling this alone. Watch out for new announcements, check your benefit and pension details regularly, and stay connected with fellow pensioners who share your concerns and your strength. Warm wishes and steady days ahead.